Hi, this is Gary Lee Stanley. How you doing? Talking about my favorite subject, which is sales. Nice to see you guys again. And today's subject we're going to talk about is, should a salesperson be in debt?
Continue on I-95 south for 19 miles.
That's a good question. One of the things that you might want to consider, and I've seen this in my own sales background, where some people, they have to be in debt to be able to sell. And it's crazy because I've seen these salespeople, if they weren't in debt, they didn't have the where to, the will, or the push to be a salesman. They weren't able to produce. They just needed to be in debt. They had to have debt. They had to put themselves in a bind. They had to have the motivation to get them to go to work every day and to pay their bills. I'm not that crazy. I have a little bit of debt, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to pay off my home, pay off my car, and I'm not in debt. I'm very excited about that. It takes a lot of pressure off of me to be able to pay my bills and have money left over at the end of the month. It's crazy for me as an individual who's a salesperson to probably say, if you're in debt, you're crazy. Well, sometimes debt does help people to be more successful in sales, but for my own self, I like a peace of mind. I like to be able to go to the store, buy whatever I want to buy, pay my bills, and still have be excited and have money. I don't like to have that under my belt to be upside down in my property or my car payment is too high that I can't even afford it. But some people have to be in debt. If you're one of those kind of salespeople, then good for you. But for a lot of us salespeople, that kind of pressure can be very debilitating. It can make you go insane. I like myself as an individual not to be under pressure to be able to have to perform. I like to be able to study my craft, go to work every day, knowing that in the back of my mind, that my money is going to be there for me and that I'll be able to put it towards new toys, new things, new projects, my son, paying bills, being able to afford to go to work every day and not be so stressed out if I don't make this sale. Because a lot of times when you got to make a sale and you're under pressure, you may lie. And I'm going to tell you what, if you get caught up in that type of business, you might as well not be a salesman because you could end up losing your career just because you lied. Now, if you have to be in debt to sell, then good luck to you. I hope you do well. But for me and most people that are in sales, they'd like to have that capability to be successful without that pressure. And there is pressure in sales. I don't care what kind of salesperson you are, you're going to find yourself calling on people, maybe not getting the sale that day, but if you have to manipulate people because you're under the gun, because you owe and you're in debt, that sucks. And as a real salesperson, once I got out of debt and started paying my bills off and got things under control, I was so excited. I was happy because I didn't owe anybody anything. Maybe some credit cards a little bit here and there, but I had the money every month to be able to pay to go on vacations, to be able to be with my family, to take days off when I needed to. I didn't have that struggle and that stress. But sales, you got to talk to people. You have got to be feeling comfortable within your own skin. And if you're under the gun because you're in debt, you're not going to be at your best. There's just no way. I mean, some people, I guess that does work for them. But for majority of salespeople, being debt-free really helps a lot. It makes you feel less stress. Stress is a part of sales. If you are feeling under the gun and you cannot sell because you don't know if you're going to make your bills, it's not a good feeling. I've been there. I remember years and years ago when I was a salesperson and I owed all this money, had to worry all the time about how I was going to pay my bills. And, I just felt, I don't know, I probably missed a lot of good sales because I was very, very uncomfortable within my own skin. But if you like to be in debt, good for you. I don't. I think most salespeople prefer not to be in debt because they like to be able to take their money, invest it in their homes, their school, their kids' schooling, church, things that they prefer to put their money in a place that where it could be used, maybe a 401k plan, maybe a place, investments on property. If you have no debt, then you have options. But if you got debt, you're not going to be able to have those options. You're going to be under the gun, willy-nilly, trying to make sales under pressure and have a freaking heart attack. That would be terrible because you're so scared that if you miss this one sale, that you will not make your mortgage, make your payment on your car, to make your rent, or whatever you have to pay for. It is not a good feeling. So this is Gary Lee Stanley saying, hey, if you can get out of debt and be a salesman, you're ahead of the game because that means you have less pressure. You'll be able to sell more, and you will be able to articulate things without having to lie. Salespeople, I really appreciate you. If you need me for any reason, just look at me up. Gary Lee Stanley, not in debt. And I'm going to go sell something. That's where I'm right now, on my way to now. You have a great day. God bless you.